Okay, so honestly, one thing I want to say is that I don't like my high school. To this day, I think I will always hate the high schools that I went to. And by the way, for all the people saying, oh my goodness, there's no way this guy did all this in his high school. Like, how crazy was he? Yeah, I just want to mention that this was between 3 different high schools. Reminder, I went to 3 different high schools because I got expelled from 2 of them and kicked out of 1 of them. Technically, that's being expelled, wasn't it? Anyways, going on though. I did a lot of things in my crazy life, but this one time in high school absolutely sucked, and this was just pure embarrassment. But before I tell you guys this story, I want to make sure you guys do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already, because seriously, it means a lot when you guys do. Like, when you guys press that subscribe button, I get this tingly feeling in my body, and I start like jumping up and down, and then I end up doing the devil's tango with my Fortnite girlfriend. Oh wait, did I mention I have a Fortnite girlfriend? Guys, make sure you guys go to the Bubba channel and check out the Fortnite girlfriend video. Seriously, I have a Fortnite girlfriend now. She lives with me, and yeah, there's a lot of stuff we're going through. So if you guys want to see what we're going through, make sure you guys go check out the Bubba channel. But other than that, I am live on Twitch, and let's get straight into this crazy story. Yo, what is going on, you guys? My name's Bubba, and welcome back to an insane story. So if you guys don't know from the title, yes, this happened one time in my school, and this was super embarrassing because let's just say I didn't know how to explain it. Basically, I remember back when I was in high school, this was my grade 9 years. So basically, I was a freshman, literally just getting into high school. And then I remember as a freshman, you know, you start learning the high school life and basically all that crazy stuff. If you guys don't know, I'm making a high school survival guide series. So if you guys do want to watch that, it kind of makes sense like why high school is kind of insane. But going on with the story, I remember one time I was going to school and basically I went into my English class. And in my English class, we were basically talking about, you know, your hopes and dreams of becoming what you want to be in the future and stuff like that. And me, I'm not gonna lie, back when I was in grade 9, I had the dream of being a YouTuber. I've always had that dream of being a YouTuber. Obviously, it wasn't that popular to be a YouTuber back then because, you know, the only cool popular YouTubers back then were like people like PewDiePie and Jacksepticeye and, you know, the FaZe Boys and all those guys. It wasn't really much of like, you know, a huge demographic when it came to being a YouTuber back when I was in grade 9. Anyways, I remember my teacher was going around the class and she was basically saying, okay, let's go through our hopes and dreams. So I remember we started going around. People said they wanted to be a football star. Some people said that they wanted to be like, you know, a lawyer, a doctor. It was mostly the people with strict parents that said that kind of stuff, but you know what I mean. And then I remember it came to this really hot girl's turn, and this girl was so attractive. And I remember I had a big crush on her back when I was in high school for my freshman year. She puts her hand up and she's like, oh, like I've always wanted to be like an influencer. Like I really want people to like kind of like know my lifestyle, like how so many people do on the internet now these days. I remember when she said that, my eyes grew wide open. Obviously, we're both different categories and what we want to be as an influencer. Like I want to be the guy that played video games and talked about life like I do right now. But the fact that she wants to be an influencer as well was kind of the coolest thing. And in no way am I calling myself an influencer, by the way, in this story. I'm just saying, like, actually, I don't know. Would I be considered an influencer? Comment down below. But anyways, I remember she said that and I was like, my eyes wide open. I was like, damn, she's amazing. And I remember it came up to my turn and I just said, oh, like, I want to be a YouTuber. I want to make videos and stuff and people watch me. And then I remember one of the people in the class, one of the guys who used to always make fun of me said, oh, he wants to be like FaZe Jeff. Loser. What's wrong with FaZe Jeff? I don't know why he said FaZe Jeff out of all YouTubers. I think he was one of my favorite YouTubers back then. Like the pink headset was fire. But I remember he said that and I remember I stood up and I'm like, oh yeah, what about it? Loser. I'm kidding. I didn't actually say that. I kind of just sat there kind of embarrassed. But going on though, I remember we went around and after we went around, people were kind of like asking me questions like, oh, like what kind of YouTuber would you be anyway? And stuff like that. And I'd be like, oh, like I'd be a gaming YouTuber and stuff like that. Like I'd basically be like a cut commentary. If you guys don't know, back in the golden days of YouTube, there was a thing called cut commentary YouTubers, where basically YouTubers would basically play video games and talk about life and talk about updates, and basically it was like prime YouTube. It was one of the more common things to do instead of, you know, what people do now and flex their Lamborghinis and try to find hot girls to talk to and stuff like that. I don't know. It was a different time on YouTube or the internet in general. But going on, I remember that day I went home and I was also making videos at that time. If you guys don't know, this channel has been existing since 2015, I think. And I remember I made a video that day and I did a Call of Duty cut commentary. I was playing Black Ops 2 and I told basically the story of how I met a really hot chick at my class and she wants to be a YouTuber. And I basically talked about me being a YouTuber, her being a YouTuber, how it's cool to be a YouTuber, blah, blah, blah. Basically all that stuff as if I was a big YouTuber when I wasn't. Basically, I made a story on her and I basically talked about her in a video. Okay, that's the gist of it. And boy, was that a bad idea. Because I remember all night I was editing that video and I ended up posting it the next morning. Yes, literally the next day in the morning. So reminder, me having like 300 subscribers on this channel at that time and literally uploading that video that morning was just not it. It was not a good idea. Okay, it just wasn't. Because I remember I got to school and I remember I went back into my English class and we all sat down and today we were just showing, you know, steps of becoming what you want to be. Because apparently that was like a unit we were having in English. I have no idea, but basically that was what was going on. So I remember what I ended up doing was that I basically basically put down the steps of, oh, make more videos, blah, blah, blah. We had to write it down in a worksheet. Everyone did that, and I remember we handed all our stuff in. Afterwards, when my teacher was going through and reading it out loud to the class what steps we need to take, she ended up going to my sheet. She read my sheet, and she read the parts where it was like, you know, upload more videos, learn how to like play Call of Duty better, and all this stuff. And she looks at me, she's like, do you really believe that you could be like a YouTube celebrity if you follow these steps, Bubba? I looked at her and I'm like, yeah. And then after that, she's like, well, have you uploaded videos on the internet? And then some reason, bro, at this point, I didn't want to say anything. I wanted to say no, but I was going to start to. But another kid ended up basically yelling with his loud voice, which I actually knew, and he knew about my YouTube channel because it wasn't really that well known in the school. And he said, oh, he uploads videos all the time. Did you guys see the one this morning he posted? Bruh, you really had to say that out loud? Yeah, I was screwed. I didn't know what to do at this point. I was panicking. I was like, oh God, he literally just talked about the video I uploaded today. And I literally talk about the hot girl in this classroom right now. Oh my goodness, I'm screwed. Yeah, I was screwed, ladies and gentlemen. This was like getting an eggplant shoved into your butt. It was a pain that I did not want to go through. Because I remember the teacher ended up looking at me saying, oh, like, what is your channel, Bubba? And I look at her and I'm like, Now, I'm not gonna lie, before I continue the story, I'm gonna mention that my old username back on this channel was Persian Guy Gamer. Yes, it was literally called Persian Guy Gamer. I wasn't creative. I was Persian. I'm a guy and I'm a gamer. I didn't know what else to do. And also I got it from the 8-Bit Theater. If you guys don't know the 8-Bit Theater, well, I'm an old fan of theirs that grew up. Wow, people are getting old nowadays. But going on, I told them my username was Persian Guy Gamer. The whole class laughed. And then after that, they ended up going on my channel. Except when my teacher was going on the channel with my laptop, she ended up putting it on the projector because everyone was clicking on that video that I posted literally that morning. The teacher's like, okay, everyone, just put your phones away. We'll watch the video on the screen and everyone can give their points and views and see how you guys can help Bubba with his channel. She ends up putting it on the projector and oh my goodness, she literally played the video I uploaded in the morning, the one I talked about, the hot chicken. Anyways, I started like basically panicking, kind of like putting my head down, and I remember as they were watching the video, there was one part that happened where basically I literally mentioned the hot girl. I literally said, oh, so I remember there was a hot girl in my class and she wants to be an influencer like me. I remember that girl looked directly at me and she's like, you mentioned me in your video? Warning, I didn't say her name, but she knew I was talking about her and the whole class started laughing. It was moral embarrassment. It was embarrassing to the embarrassing. It was like getting a chicken slapped across my face. I didn't know what to do. So I remember out of embarrassment, I remember I stood up and I just left the classroom. I just left. I didn't want to be there. And as I was leaving, I remember she was like, oh no, Bubba, don't leave. And then yeah, I left. I ran out of the classroom. I ran to my cafeteria. This was not a cool way to start my freshman year, especially, you know, since like I was new to high school. But yeah, I remember I started sitting down in the cafeteria, just waiting for that class to be over and lunch to start. Basically, I was skipping class already in my freshman year. I know I was a bad boy, but going on, as I was sitting there, I remember I ended up seeing a girl coming down the hallway and it was the hottest girl in my class. And she walked up to me and she sat down beside me and she's like, hey, listen, like, first off, I just want to say thank you for what you said in the video. Like, that was really cool. But at the same time, I think you should just keep doing YouTube. Keep pushing your dreams. Maybe eventually you could grow big. And if not, then you can get a real job. Wow, thanks. But going on, yeah, she basically gave me the motivational speech that I needed. And basically, I remember she ended up grabbing my hand and holding my hand and walking me back to class. And when I entered in there, everyone said, ooh, he's back, the YouTube celebrity. And yeah, basically for the next 2 weeks, I was known as the YouTube guy that basically was cringe. And I think I still am. But other than that, that's basically it for today's story. So make sure you do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. And on top of that, I am live on Twitch. So click the link down in the description down below to watch me live. And on top of that, did I mention I have a Fortnite girlfriend? I think I did. But other than that, like I always say, fall for more embarrassing stories. All right, peace out, guys.